What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. Good morning. How y'all feeling? I hope y'all energy is up. Thank you to each and every one of y'all that's watching on the live chat, supporting this channel. If you've been watching and you haven't subbed yet, though, hit that sub button, hit them likes, and run up that hype. I did not know that Vlad was going to put Joyner Lucas on a hibachi grill. I did not know he was going to put him in a microwave, the air fryer, all of that. We are talking about this lawsuit that Joyner Lucas posted last week in response to, well, it was a series of tweets that Joyner Lucas had posted in response to DJ Vlad suing him for copyright infringement. Now, when we were reading through it, it did seem a little shaky, shit seemed a little funny, shit seemed a little off. I did talk about, Vlad's character for what I knew it to be back in the day, but today we gonna get through it, right? Now, Vlad adds a lot of context into these clips. I'm going to put a disclaimer out here right now. I've never worked with Vlad. I didn't know that he had a way about his clips and all of that. I'm going to use some of the clips, but I'm going to use the audio portion. Here's the thing, Vlad. If there ever comes a situation where we got to rectify it, let's just rectify it because we be needing some of this shit, you know what I mean, in order to tell the stories. But this is Vlad talking with Wack 100 of all people. I did not know that Wack was going to be interviewing Vlad. I mean, Vlad has been doing this new thing where, the people that he has consistent relationships with, he allows them to interview him and talk to him from their perspective and ask them questions that people may want to know. But this is Vlad breaking down and going through the situation with Joyner Lucas. Like I said, he got this man in the oven.
Is Joyner Lucas' temper tantrum online over me suing him for copyright infringement is because I want to break down the media business to all the content creators out here. So Vlad TV has two parts of our business. The first part is shooting content. The second part is monetizing the content we have in our 17-year catalog. So we copyright every single video that we put out. Now, some people think like, well, what's the big deal? It's just a video clip. It's just social media. Now, it is a big deal because I own it. This is my life's work. This is not public domain. This is copyrighted content. We spend millions of dollars creating content. This is my life's work, and I protect my investment. And just like every other media company, I license out my past catalog.
Now, the situation that at hand was when Skepta and Joyner was going through that battle that I told y'all they could have kept that to themselves. I feel like that was one of the weakest battles in hip-hop ever. It came and went so quickly. But during that time, Joyner Lucas posted the clip of Ari Spears, right? Y'all know the clip of Ari Spears that went viral when he's talking about people from overseas, UK specifically. He's like, I can't listen to that shit. People that rap like skiddity bop bop, top top and a drop top, all that. You know what I mean? Now, the thing about that clip, Vlad is going to tell why, he had a problem with that clip being posted. And I'm going to keep it 100. It's very petty, but I understand where he's coming from as far as like the copyright situation. Now, the compensation that he's asking for is also egregious. That shit is very excessive. It's very aggressive at that. But the reason being, that Joyner Lucas even posted it was because he was going through that situation with Skepta. Now, with that being said, that looked like a meme that somebody had made out of it. He basically posted a meme that somebody made out of it. Here's Vlad explaining further why, he felt the way about this situation.
So I reached out to Joyner's manager, who I've already been talking to. I said, listen, we got some business things that we got to talk about. So I explained to him what's happening. I'm like, look, this is copyrighted material. And I'm not okay with Joyner using it because we don't have a business relationship of any sort. So there's three options that we could do. You could license my content. You could do an interview, which would be a no-cost solution for everyone, or we can go to court. However you want to do it, I'll prefer to do it the no-cost way, but these are the options.
So you feel like...
The thing with this situation also, Vlad was talking, as you can see, between the text messages that Vlad has shown on his channel and the text messages that Joyner Lucas' manager has shown, they was having some sort of cordial conversation. The problem that Joyner has with his management is he's basically saying his manager was talking to him with some other plans he had to do or work with him when he had absolutely no intent on ever working with him because he didn't want Joyner to ask him things that would get him jammed up. Now, I don't know what the hell Joyner talking about as far as him getting jammed up or the problems of the situation that he's in. But he basically kept, alluding that he didn't want to do a Vlad interview because people get locked up after doing them, people pass away, or just whatever situation why he didn't want to do it, right? Now, Vlad's whole thing is, listen, if you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with my content. Like, if you don't like me at all, then don't post my content. Which I think that I understand that, but at the same way, it's not like he used it in a certain way. Now, again, I said that Vlad is being petty, and here's him speaking a little bit more about how that conversation went.
And it gets like, I think, millions of views. Our logo is cut off, and we're not credited. Now, here's the thing. Like, I don't allow my videos to be reposted with no logo. And on top of it, if you don't fuck with me, don't use my content.
Don't use your content.
Don't use my content. It's just that simple.
That makes sense.
That's his bottom line. I'm not mad at it, but before we go any further, here's a word from our sponsors. Yo, this video is brought to you by Jordan Craig Denim. Jordan Craig Denim is a brand, a family-owned brand, working in streetwear business over 30 years by the way of Queens, New York. On top of that, they got everything from premium denim. They got good sweatsuits, good jackets, all types of garments and all types of accessories for any and everything you need. A lot of people have wanted. Everybody from Allen Iverson, the Moneybag Yo, Shiloh Sanders, Paul Pierce, Vin Diesel. They got something for everybody. You know it's full time. You gotta get right. Go get you one of these sweatsuits. This sweatsuit I got on in particular is extremely comfortable. I can move around in it. It's comfy. I feel like I could wear this to go outside. I could wear this to the gym. I could wear this to go get my groceries, pick up my kids from school, whatever it is I need to be doing. Good airport fit. Jordan Craig got it. So if you like this sweatsuit or any of the stuff that you've seen, make sure that you hit jordancraig.com and use my code. Like I said, you support me, you support this channel, support Jordan Craig. Now, I know, majority of the game looks at Vlad through a certain lens and they can't, have any type of level of understanding of why he does what he does, right? I'm a person that I also believe that, I don't believe that he puts people in jail because I believe, listen, if you go and speak on any platform, a person got the right to ask you whatever they want. How you answer that is on you, right? And we're not going to sit here in front like people don't want to catch wreck. Like we don't have people like AR Ab who constantly went up on Vlad or went to different platforms or been on DVDs talking and speaking about murders and all types of shit that happened that he had no business talking on. But this case in particular, I ain't gonna lie, Joyner, he got you in a slow cooker, man. He got you in a crock pot, bro. He got you in a crock pot. And the reason being is because, it was the exchange with your management. Your management was making it seem like you was with it. Now, whether you seem to realize that or not, he's being petty. He's being petty at his discretion. You know what I mean? Because he done got it back that you don't mess with him. This is Vlad, though. This is Vlad, talking about the text message that he received from Joyner Lucas. We will read through it again, and we will read through this suit that was sent to him as well.
This is the part that just blows me away. I'm still shocked that this happened. His manager, Drew, responded to me with a text message from Joyner, and the text message says, DJ Vlad, suck my d. You're not going to extort me for an interview. Go ahead and call your lawyers. Do what you got to do. He said, call your lawyers. He posted this himself.
But then so after he sent you that, he sees you're serious. I'm assuming he took the content down, right?
Now, Vlad, he said that he kept the content up, that Joyner kept it up. Now, the problem that Joyner is in currently is because I feel like he thought he was going to punk Vlad. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was going to punk Vlad, and Vlad says, like, yo, this ain't, the person you dealing with me is, I'm not just some average, or I'm not an up-and-coming blogger that doesn't have money. I have the money. I will fight or whatever. And he makes a valid point because we will read through this text message again. He says, screenshot it, puts a laughing emoji. What I want you to tell Mr. Vlad for me, dear Vlad, SMD, call your attorney and do whatever you have to do. I wasn't never going to do an interview with you before in this lifetime, and you definitely not getting an interview now. So settle your legal matters however you want it. You want to settle them, pussy, right? He says, I always thought you was a bitch, and this just confirms the kind of bitch you are. No way in this lifetime or the next will I ever allow someone like you to extort me out of an interview. You got me all the way effed up, clown. Send this to him, please. And he did. It's kind of, this shit reminds me of like the person that challenges the person to the fight, not knowing that they could fight, and then they get their ass beat. Now, here's the thing with Joyner Lucas. Like, I think like, I really just think that he thought himself that he was going to get over on Vlad, right? But then Vlad sends this email, well, not this email, this suit. And I don't think that the suit was sent strictly because of the content. It was it was. He said that there was 3 options of how they could handle it. And he told him, yo, send this and that's in the third, right? So he says, as DJ Vlad demands, where it says, your copyright infringement entitles Vlad to his damages, cost, attorney fees, and or statutory damages up to 150,000 USD per infringed copyright under the law 17 U.S. Code 504. Now, keep in mind, all he did, I know all he did was just post a video that I'm pretty sure he didn't edit, that somebody else might have sent him and said, yo, post this shit or whatever, talking about Skepta to diss him. And now he has a suit hanging over his head. And he also has one of the most powerful media figures in this shit on him as to, how to shift the narrative. Because best believe the narrative have shifted. It has shifted because anybody, including myself, I don't think I would go as far. But if somebody took my content or whatever, and then they said whatever they said to me, I would try to pursue. First of all, I'm going to want to fight. Like, if you disrespect me, you tell me SMD, or you tell me something, you call me a bitch or something like that, it's not nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's just my old mentality. I don't live that way, but I just can't stomach. I can't go to sleep at night knowing that somebody says something like that to me and I didn't handle it appropriately for how I was taught to handle it. Whether I handle things like that currently or not. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get people that disrespect you all the time on the internet. It's not really nothing you could do about it, and you can't fight it. So just let them people be them people. But to say 150,000 bands, like 150,000, like he know that he going too far with it because context matters, right? Like, is he monetizing that content? Pretty sure he's not. Even if he was, 5 million, let's say 5 million views on, what's the name? On Twitter is not like a gang of money. Like, you're not going to gain a bunch of crazy bread off of that. Nowhere near no $150,000, right? So Vlad is definitely being petty, but then, it says, immediately cease of all use of Vlad's copyrighted materials. Take down the second infringing post off your X page and any affiliated materials that use DJ Vlad's copyrighted materials. So, I didn't see anything else. Vlad doesn't talk about anything else through that whole conversation with Wack. But he's basically telling him to take everything down. He says, pay DJ Vlad for the damages he has suffered and the amount to be determined, and sign an agreement reflecting the above. If you agree to the above by the date specified, DJ Vlad will release you for your past conduct. That's the craziest part about it. Like, it's basically like a teacher telling you to say sorry. You know what I mean? It's like, you know how somebody you do a little bit wrong, and then they make it a little bit excessive on you. But keep in mind, end of the day, this is how this shit goes. You have people who know how to fight in the street. You have people who want or fight on the internet. And you have people who fight in the court of law. Vlad is one of those people that he's going to fight you in the court of law. Vlad is not going to put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would, for especially something like this. He also said that one time he ran in the joiner at, I forgot what event that they was at, but him and his manager, and he said, they was cordial. And Wack also said he didn't respect that because if it's up, it's up. We all know how Wack give it up. But he basically was like, if it's up, it's up. It shouldn't be no talking. There shouldn't be no cool shit going on. I think Joyner had too much dip on his chip. You know what I mean? Like, he did a little bit too much. Now, if you don't like Vlad, I think it's okay to let it be known that you don't like him. But also, if you don't like me, don't use my shit. Don't say nothing about me. Don't talk about me, whatever. You know what I mean? And you have to respect the law of the land, whatever land you land on, right? Like, if you are dealing with somebody who deals with shit like that, if you ain't really ready to deal with it in that way, then you got to fall back, all the way back, because then you're going to end up in a situation like this. I will keep covering. I want to see how this goes. Like, I really want to see how this goes. Ultimately, I don't think Joyner Lucas should pay no $150,000 for what he did. I don't see how what he did caused damages and suffering for Vlad. I mean, I know that those is legal terms, you know what I mean? Especially you shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. Let's say that suit ends up being $2,500 and not even that. But Vlad seems like he's gonna push this as far as he possibly can because he's not going for it. He's not going for it. How do y'all feel about this though? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your take? What is your mindset on the whole situation? Even if you don't like Vlad, I feel like even if you don't like Vlad, you don't like his content at all, the way he broke it down, the way he spoke about how things went, how things unfolded, you have to respect his point of view, whether you mess with him or not. And that's cool. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to like somebody to agree with them. I mean, I think like, yo, listen, if you gonna use my shit, I got something to say. Y'all let me know how y'all feel though. This is I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, know how we doing. For the ones that don't eventually will. Gotta get my man Joyner Lucas up out that vegetable oil, bro, because it's looking bad. Peace.